All right, busy night. Must be right before a quiz. Um, let's talk about what's going on here. I was asked about these problems right here. It says use the given information to decide which equation will be the easiest to use to find the indicated value, and then find that value. So when this is saying the value of the eighth term is 78, and the sequence is increasing by 10 steps each, and we're given the explicit and we're given the recursive. So what would be easier to find the 20th term? So how would this work? To find the 20th term in explicit, we would plug 20 in for x. 20 times 10 would be 200, minus 2 would be 198. To find the 20th term using the recursive, we'd have to start with the 8th term, find the 9th term, f of 9 would equal f of 8, which is 78, plus 10. Then we know f of 9. And then we'd have to do it again for f of 10, do it again for f of 11, f of 12, f of 13, f of 14, f of 15, f of 16, f of 17, etc., until we get to the 20th term, and then we'll get 198. So the explicit equation is going to be much, much easier. Now, when we look at this one, number 10 here, so we know the eighth term is 78. The sequence is increasing by 10. It's the exact same thing. Here's our explicit equation. Now is the previous term. But now we're just asked to find the ninth term. Well, if we're going from the eighth term to the ninth term, let's just add 10. 88. That was fast. The recursive is easier here. Because to do it for the explicit term, we have to do 10 times 9 minus 2, which is 90 minus 2, which is 88. This time, the explicit equation took longer, but the recursive equation was super fast. All I had to do was take this number and add 10. So in this case, the recursive is faster. And look at why that is. If it's just the next term, it's really easy to add the 10. But if it's 12 terms away, adding 10 12 times is very cumbersome. Whereas just plugging a number into this equation makes it much easier. So that's what these are asking you. Look at what's going on here. We have the fourth term, we're looking for the fifth term. This will probably be easier. The recursive will probably be easier. But when we have the fourth term and we're looking for the seventh term, well, then we're having to multiply it by 2 to get the fifth term, by 2 to get the sixth term, and then finally by 2 to get the seventh term. It might be easier just to plug 7 in for that x and hit enter on your calculator. That's what these ones are asking you. Which one is easier to do? What's that term? And explain why it was the easiest one to do. This is one of those multiple pathways. Which path is the quickest way to find the answer? All right, good luck.